In this purpose and passion series, I'm trying to give an overview, just right now, an overview of everything we need to understand about purpose and passion before we continue the videos. But remember, we started with the Impact series. The Impact series had to do with those who were with us before but have now been transited, the impact they made, and then the impact they made while on earth, even after they have gone and departed this earth. Most of them still making impact from the grave. We're trying to understand that in the Impact series. But the difference here is that the Purpose and Passion series, we're talking about those who are still living, those who've been able to understand their purpose and have kept pursuing their purpose with unflinching, undying passion and have made so much great impact on this earth. First of all, before I continue, please, you do me a great favor by going to my YouTube channel. Search on YouTube Kingsley Oji TV, Oji as in OJI. Search for Kingsley Oji TV and just do the simplest of things there for me. And you know what that is? Tap the subscribe button. Very cheap thing to do, but it means so much to me. By doing that, you're going to be encouraging my community and you're going to help my community grow and also continue to make more impact. Right there are tons and tons and tons of motivational and inspirational videos on my YouTube channel. So please do that for me. Thank you so much. Now, you see, in this Purpose and Passion series, we're trying to understand what drives people who've understood their purpose on this earth. We've started off with some females, from females who've done great things and still doing great things. But first of all, we have to pause here and ponder, what exactly is purpose all about? Because we have a lot of us here who don't understand purpose at all. We don't even understand the purpose, why we were created, why God put us here. I said something some time ago, and in subsequent episodes, I've always said something. I've always said that God doesn't make mistakes. For God to have placed you on this planet, He placed you here for a reason. He could have not created you if He chose to, or like I said before, He could have created you an insect or an animal, but He chose to make you human and place you here to fulfill something. The question is, how many of us have actually been able to understand why we are placed on this planet? Most of us have not. And what clearer, better place can we understand this than in scripture in the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse number 6. Now, but wait, let's take it from the preceding verse 5. Solomon says something, he said, I am very comely, very, very comely, and my skin is black. Comely. And then, I love that word comely. I'm going to come back to it. And he went on in verse 6 to say, they have made me, my mother's children are angry with me. They have made me a keeper of other men's vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept. But there was a phrase there. He also said, the sun is shining on me. The sun is shining on me. And my mother's children have hated me. They have made me a keeper of other men's vineyard, but my own vineyard have I not kept. Understand this. This is clearly talking about purpose. In verse 5, he said he was very comely, meaning he was unique. He was just different. He was attractive. He was special. He looked very different. He was significant, prominent, because his skin was black. That means he was quite handsome. He had a very nice complexion that was to the admiration of everyone. But unfortunately, his mother's kids were angry with him, both on his complexion, and they found out that he didn't even understand the uniqueness of his complexion, that it was one of God's reasons for creating him, and that complexion was going to play a great role in his destiny. He didn't understand it that way. So others who understood decided to tap into that and used him to their own advantage and made him a keeper of other men's vineyards, but his own vineyard did he not keep. Very sad story. But is that the story of some of us today? Some of us are well-graced, talented. Some of us are so blessed. We're so unique. You have ideas. You can give someone $1 million idea, but you're struggling. You give people ideas that have changed their worlds, changed their lives, but you are struggling and there's no change about your own life. Just the same case of Solomon, keeping other people's vineyards, but his own vineyard had he not kept. Despite his comeliness, despite his uniqueness, he did not understand his purpose. And people understood his purpose and tapped into his purpose. There's something I said to people that, and I've said this 1,000 million times, that there are people, humans have the way, they have this ability to spot talent, to spot uniqueness in others, to spot people with purpose and use them, especially when they find out that those people don't understand their uniqueness. People now use them to their own advantage, build their own empires, build their own dreams, build their own visions, build their own goals, build their own worlds, whereas the people who have this greatness and uniqueness are left crawling and suffering. That's the story of some of us watching this video right now. You're so great and you know you're great, but you have not fulfilled 0.0000001 of milliliter of anything about you, and nothing has been fulfilled. But you're busy making others, because you see, you fail to understand your purpose, why God has placed you here, your reason for destiny. You fail to understand it. You've not gone to discover, and that is why others are using you to their own advantage. Some of you are like that. Some of you are so great that once you talk, people listen. Once you speak, everyone is captivated, and the words that come out from your mouth are life-changing. You've changed so many lives by your words. You've changed so many lives by just saying things. But your own life, there is no beauty whatsoever to desire you. There's nothing beautiful about you, because you're fulfilling the purpose without you knowing, and others are being blessed by your purpose and using your purpose to build their own worlds. You've made so many great, but you're in penury. You've made so many great, but you're confused. You're still confused at your age and your stage in life. You know, I told people that no matter how great you are, no matter what you've built, your structures, whatever it is, build all the empires. People can build all that, but they have not yet fulfilled their purpose on this earth. And no matter who you are, there's one thing about purpose. When you've not fulfilled your purpose, there's this gaping hollowness inside you. There's this deep hole that despite everything you've achieved, your wealth, your riches, your resources, whatever, your connections, there's something inside you that'll keep crying out. You keep feeling this emptiness inside you that you have not yet fulfilled your purpose. The good news here is that there's never any age that is too late to discover purpose. But the painful part of it is that when you discover purpose very late, it ignites something in you. Two things: it ignites excitement, and the next thing it ignites is regret. Like, why didn't I know this since? What have I been doing? Why have I wasted my years? Well, you can still recover, you can still achieve great things, but you must understand, find out why you are here. You can't just keep moving like this on this earth without understanding the reason for your creation. Sometimes we need to go back. God may place you here and not tell you why he placed you here until you go to find out, why are you here? You see, the moment you discover your purpose, things start moving differently. Your life changes. You begin to make more impact. You begin to have more satisfaction. You begin to have a greater sense of fulfillment, because you're doing the very reason why you were placed on this earth. You're fulfilling it and carrying it out. That's why you see some people are very rich, but they're not happy. There are people who are wealthy, but they're not happy. There are people that are highly connected, but they're still not happy, because they just know that they are not fulfilling their purpose. In this life, I've also seen people that have gotten to the greatest of heights in their careers, but they later found out that their careers were not even their purpose on this earth, and they abandoned everything and went to look for their purpose, discover their purpose, and pursue their purpose. You know, there are various reasons why we need to discover purpose. I can't say all of them here, but sometimes, one, we should understand that once you are able to discover your purpose, you're able to focus better in life. A life of purpose is a life of focus. The moment you've been able to discover your purpose, you find out your life will be focused. It will be difficult to distract you. Watch people who are focused in life. You can't distract them. They don't have the time to waste. They can't sit with you whiling away time, laughing, joking, drinking, and other things, because they know they are on a time limit and they have to achieve everything within that time limit. And you notice they are very, very focused. They zero their attention into their life purpose and intention. But when you see people without purpose, they are everywhere. They have the time to waste. They have the time to throw away. But those who are under purpose, who understand their purpose, are always focused. Number two, you find out that people with purpose are always risk takers. The moment you've been able to discover your purpose, you're not scared of risks anymore. As a matter of fact, you invite risk. You're ready to take on any risk, because you know that risks are stepping stones to achieving your purpose. You're not scared of risk. But some of us invite some people, take some people along on a dream, a goal, a vision, an adventure, take them on a mission, take them on an assignment, take them on something with you. They'll never go. Bring dreams to them, place them on their table, bring ideas, place it on the table. They will never want to take risks, because they are not people of purpose. A person of purpose is never scared of risks. Well, let me stop here. Let me stop here. I don't want this video to be too lengthy. It's already very lengthy. But I'm going to continue because I want to give us an overview so that we understand this series very well as I'm going to continue, the takes and videos and more uploads on the lives of very great people. King's Logic, normal Omaya man, just trying to make sense and give someone out there a reason to stay alive and a purpose for living. Thank you.